Hi. We is back today. Idiosyncratic for your ass. We're just hanging out. We're just having a good time.
Yeah,
just
we
relaxing. You know, oh, my back hurts.
Yeah.
Did a lot of yard work today, so I
Yeah.
haven't done yard work in
You read back.
6-7 years, something like that.
Has it been 6-7 years?
No joke, it's been that long.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's impressive.
thanks, man. My back hurts, so I'm gonna sit up like this the whole time. Hope you guys don't mind. I don't give a shit either way. But yeah, welcome back to Idiotssyncratic, man. Big episode 27. We done made it.
What's up, nigga?
We're here. We are here today.
Dang.
We're here, son. Episode 27.
I don't know how I feel about your new soundbite.
What's up, nigga?
That one?
Yeah.
What part about it don't you like?
The
sup or
the
the-
sup part?
Sup.
It sounds it's offensive.
You're right. It's a little offensive. I'm sorry, guys. Well, anyway.
Yeah,
What's up,
but
nigga?
that's actually a Chinese guy, right?
Yeah,
So
he's my cousin.
so he could say that
Yeah, he can say it.
because it's part of the Chinese language, like I talked about last week.
We got to pull that video up someday. That explains that it's
that
not
one guy?
racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm Justin. I'm your host for today's episode.
Yep.
Just like all the other odd episodes. Little small fingers, little bitch fingers, bitch ass little fingers.
Yeah.
And with me is my main man, my main squeeze over here, Mr. Alex Pseudo, fresh off the China block 2 weeks ago.
It's a me.
It's a you.
Yeah. My bowel movements have just normalized.
There you go.
It took them this long to bounce back.
How your lungs is?
My lungs?
It's still smoggy?
I still don't really know. Yeah. My cardio is overall lower. Yeah. I think I might have knocked a year off of my life while I was in China. Just with not just the smog, but also
The food, too. You said the food was bad.
the food and the alcohol abuse and sleeping schedule.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Just a hodgepodge of ass.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have traded it for the world because it was a damn good time.
Sounded like you had fun when you
Yeah.
told us about it.
Fond memories.
Yeah. Gucci gang.
I might die sooner now, but
It's all right.
I'm all the better for it.
As long as you have a nice, healthy life.
Yeah.
And you went camping last night.
Yeah, so what are we drinking right now?
Oh, yeah. What are we drinking right now, my man?
We're sipping on some delicious brew of the gods, also known as Urban Alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spot where you can find coffee, wine, various meat plates, and cheese.
Cheeses, yeah. You can get the, what's it? It's the Tony's Pick, I think.
Tony's
Which is
Pig, yeah.
Supposed to be really damn good.
Mm.
Which we got to go try it
I'm
pretty
getting
soon.
hungry. Yeah, we need to go back. We haven't been in a while.
Yeah.
Let's go up there.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll probably send out the bat signal to all our local idiots, and maybe we'll get a Gucci gang to go up there. And,
Yeah. And even if you're not local, you can still, pay for a flight, come out here.
Yeah.
You can move down here.
Which actually, one of the Gucci gang might actually do that.
Let's see if it happens, man.
Yeah. See if
Get
it
him on
comes
the
down.
show.
Comes down.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can catch Urban Alchemy at 403 East Main Street in Arlington, 76010, before they're gone. Because, like I said, every night when they close up, the shop shrinks into a capsule and it's gone. But
Yeah.
you gotta get there before 10 o'clock p.m. So they're open from Monday through Saturday at 7 o'clock. And
Yeah.
again, they close at 10.
Look at
Cover all
that.
your bases.
Look at those hours.
Oh, what more do you need?
You can get there whenever.
After 10 o'clock, PU, I'm too sleepy. Before 10 o'clock, PU, I'm sleeping.
Yep.
You know?
You were yesterday.
Yeah, I really was. I was out.
So you went to sleep at 9:30 and you woke up at when? 9:30?
I woke up at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh dang.
Yep, so I had over 13 hours of sleep. Wait, yeah, 13 hours.
Yeah.
12 and a half, right? That's 12 and a half.
I don't know. I don't know math.
I can't math right now.
I don't math.
We
bro.
went too long without having this Urban Alchemy that picks us up. We actually just made it. It's super hot and super fresh,
Super yum.
super sweet.
Super delicious.
So yeah, again, Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Urban Alchemy, coffee and wine bar. Don't you forget it. Throat worm.
I'm getting tired of that.
Never forget the throat worm, man. All right, my man.
I hate throat worms.
Is you ready for some interesantes?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get into
You
it. Let's
ready
get
for
into the hot, steamy
You ready to-
pieces of meat.
You ready to do it? So you already guessed my interest, which is I hardly know her upper.
Yep.
Which is
And I guess that it's fix her upper.
yeah, fix her upper. You got it.
Fix her upper.
Fix her upper. Yeah, not her lower, but her upper.
Yeah, but I just barely met her.
You got it. Like guess number one.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah. First time in idiosyncratic history.
You freaking did it.
I'm breaking records and snapping necks.
And yours is other family, which
Yeah, the other family.
the other family, which
Yeah.
is it's about hanging out with the in-laws.
Yeah.
Is that it?
It's about in-laws in general.
Okay, cool.
So
Look at that, man. We're on the same
Yep,
wavelength
yep,
today.
Yep.
My back hurts.
I like it.
My back is killing me right now.
Yeah, from carrying the team.
Yep. Carrying the podcast.
Shut up.
Like I always do, every odd episode.
Moving on.
But you do it on even episodes, my man.
Oh yeah, I do that.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? All right. Time to hop into those interests. And I think mine's going to be pretty short, so I want you to go first.
I think mine's gonna be short too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look at this nasty ass bitch.
That's what I said when I'm. Never mind.
What are you going to say?
Nothing.
When you went camping?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went camping with the in-laws. You know what I'm saying? With
I do.
my wife's mom and her husband and my wife's uncles.
Mm-hmm. Damn, dude. How many people
cousins?
were there? It's a pretty big trip.
37. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, that's standard, right?
I think it was like 10 or 12 or maybe 14.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah. And it was fun, but I was thinking about it because we were talking about how long me and Natalie have been together. And I was like, yeah, it feels weird that we've only been married for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of her uncles was like, yeah, but you guys have been together forever. And I was like, yeah, like we started dating. It'll be 8 years. Yeah,
Okay,
this
you go.
year. Almost 8 years. And I was thinking about that, like, yeah, dang, I freaking met you like a long time ago, you know? I'm just thinking about like meeting them, like meeting her mom. Her mom hated me before she knew me.
Oh, of course.
I don't even know why.
Well, because you're courting her daughter.
I guess so. I think it was more to it, but we'll have to get Natalie over here to talk about it.
You need to get Natalie's mom on to talk about it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
He was just so rude.
No, she didn't even know me. Like, and
He just looked so
already liked
rude.
me. Yeah, but she likes me now.
Of course.
Yeah, it took like maybe I think like 2 years of us dating.
Yeah, I think I was in the same exact boat with
Were you?
Eric's family. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, again, you're courting their daughter.
Yeah.
You know, there's
So
always gonna
run
be-
me through like your first encounter with old Elroy Jaramillo.
Elroy Jaramillo. Yeah, him. Like the first time I went over, and I'd never done this before, but I asked my mom to drop me off. I was like, I like this girl. Can you take me to her house?
Yeah.
And she's like, what? So after very much convincing,
Mini much convinces.
much convinces, I was over there. Of course, her parents were home the
Yeah.
whole time too. So no
Were-
room for shenanigans.
Were they in the same room just looking at you?
Well, first, yeah. Well, I had to meet them. You know, that's
yeah.
the big thing. So I met her dad first, and yeah, it was just like a.
And your Spanish isn't so good.
But his English is way better than my Spanish.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
so-
speaks really good English.
Yeah, so we just
And her mom's is all right, right?
her mom's English is better than my Spanish. Also,
Okay.
my Spanish is really bad.
Oh, well, you're setting a really shitty bar, though.
Yeah, so hers is much better than mine. But I mean, she can.
Yeah.
They both get along. I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
both get along here fine. So yeah, I mean, we just kind of talked, got to know each other, got to know, I guess, the family, how they operate, what's okay
Yeah.
with them, what isn't okay, just stuff like that.
And
But
were you in your scene phase when this was going on?
oh, for sure, this was junior year, in
Junior year
school.
high school.
Dude, this was like
It
this
like
was right.
2007, 2008.
Yeah, this was right around the time that Taking Back Sunday was huge. My Chemical Romance,
Huge.
huge. Yeah, dude, name it. you pick any of those
You
bands.
name it.
Remember that band, Kill Hannah?
No. Oh, yeah.
Lips Like Morphine?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I was
that-
about to say they had one song.
That came out like a few years before I met
Yeah.
Eric's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
And your sister's name's Hannah.
Yep.
And that's why you liked it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, sisters. Down with sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
down with them.
Down with them.
Yeah, but, you know, there were encounters after that where I'd go over kind of late. And I'd go over on my bike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
'Cause
then they'd be like, why is he coming over so late? And-
they live like on the other side of Irving, right?
Mhm.
Pretty far, huh?
Yeah, they lived. It was a 15. No, I'm sorry. It was a It was like a 12-minute drive, and I had gotten so quick on my bike that it was a 15-minute bike ride.
Whoa, look at you.
Dude, it was insane. Well, the first time I did it was like 30, 45 minutes.
Regular Lance Armstrong.
I had found all the shortcuts, and I don't know. I guess I just built up my stamina by that point too. Stamina. And yeah, dude, took me 15 minutes, and I'd get there, and I would do it every single day.
Yeah.
So maybe they got tired of seeing me.
Yeah.
Who knows? But again, you're courting their daughter. I think that's the biggest thing.
When me and Natalie first started dating, she didn't have a car, and I would drive to her house, pick her up, and take her back to my house so we could hang out there. So we didn't want to hang out at her house.
Yeah, the parents would just stare at you.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, her dad was kind of whatever, you know.
The door always had to be open, right?
Yeah.
That was the thing for at her house, at my house, you name it.
Yeah, we were kind of older. We were like, I think she was like 19, I was like 20.
Oh,
When
never
we
mind
started
then.
dating?
No,
Yeah.
we were 16, me and Eric's.
Yeah.
I guess that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still weird, but it wasn't like, you know, like that bad.
Yeah.
I remember that thing too, like when you're like a teenager and courting their daughter.
Why is the door closed?
Yeah, cuz
Sorry.
we're effing.
Because we're effing.
We're effing, Paul.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, those are some fun times because it was weird too because you always kind of felt at odds with them, but you know you want to be in good because it's her parents.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they mean the world to her. So,
For sure.
but then there's sometimes like, no, he can't come over. Why not? Because I said so, and I'm just like, oh man, why not?
Yeah. Her uncles feel more like more like brother-in-laws to me than like uncle-in-laws.
Are they younger?
Not really. The younger one is 34,
Oh, okay.
and which like I hang out with people who are in their early 30s all the time. And the older one, I think he's not super old. He's like I think early 40s or something like that. But yeah, they'll get together and do stuff like camping trips or like they hang out on all the major holidays and you know stuff like that. But you know when we hang out, we always like drink and play pool and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, she also has a brother who I guess is technically my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
But he's like I think he's like 15 or something. And I don't know. He's kind of different. He doesn't like talk a lot.
Well, he's a 15-year-old.
Yeah. You know how they be.
I know how they be.
Yeah, so I don't really chill with him or anything.
Source. I was once 15.
I just say what's up and stuff. Same with her sister. She has a sister who's like Tony's age.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, hey. You know, I don't really talk to him.
They're just the younger ones.
They're just kind of there. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, and man, yeah. So when I first met her uncles though, and so her older uncle was like a Marine, former Marine or whatever, you know? And, when they first met me, I had like super long hair and like a lip piercing and like all that stuff, and super tight pants.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then man, so like they used to like roast me hard, you know. They would just like rip on me.
I mean, and why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I know, right? But so now that I'm like real cool with them,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's a lot harder to make fun of me now though. But
Well, I bet it's also different too.
yeah, well, now that we know after they got to know me and stuff, you know, they're like, I guess, like the whole like not watching sports thing. That's a big, huge thing.
Yeah.
You know, most people are like, oh, Cowboys and all that stuff. You know, I was like, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
You know, but then you know they found out that I like fighting and I'm into that stuff. You know, I watch UFC, so they're like, oh, I guess that redeems my manly quality in their eyes or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
How'd you cut that girly ass hair off your head?
yeah, and then they'll still like roast on me because like you know how I am. Like I'll say like stupid stuff or like gay stuff or like I'll just be like yes, like I'll bust into a room and be like
Mira que yes.
yeah, yeah. But we're kind of they feel like more like so like I kind of used to censor myself around them, but like now I'm like almost 100% myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I make like all the same kind of jokes that I would make. You know, maybe not with you because those are a little over the edge, but you know what I mean?
But you're closer to being yourself now than you were
Yeah,
before.
for sure. And then her sister has a boyfriend now, or I guess a fiance now. But when they first started dating, like nobody really liked him. He's like loud and obnoxious, you know?
Oh my God.
And I was thinking that they were gonna like her uncles were gonna like rip on him and stuff.
Yeah.
And like they didn't, but they would always just be like quiet when he was around. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, so I think like the fact that when they first met me, that they were ripping on me, like that was their way of like accepting me
Yeah.
in, you know?
Yeah.
Because
with him, they just, nah.
yeah.
Oh, he's here.
And they wouldn't make fun of him, but they would talk about him like when he wasn't there. Like they'd be like, God, it's real quiet right now. And they'd be like, oh yeah, because what's his face isn't here yelling all the time. Like, you know, they're just,
yeah.
you know, they would kind of like rip into him and stuff. And I don't know. So like they kind of don't. So now they kind of don't come around on super ton.
Yeah.
Like for camping, they couldn't make it to the camping part, so they're like, oh, we'll come for breakfast. But like we woke up and ate and put everything up, and then they got there at like I think like 9 or 10, and so we're all just like ready to leave. You know, and they're like, oh dang it, we haven't even eaten.
So they got there to leave.
Well, they were gonna go fishing, just them two, because everybody else was leaving.
Yeah.
But they had to like go get food because they paid for a day pass because they thought we were making breakfast, which we did. We all like.
What time did I get
sat
up?
there and ate and stuff. I think I got up at like 8:30, and her uncle.
So they got there just a little bit after you guys were probably.
I guess
done,
so,
right?
yeah. And well, her uncle was already like cooking, making bacon and stuff on the. He had like a flat top pan that he put on the grill. What is it called? Grill.
Grill?
I don't know. Grill. The Holy Grail.
Yeah, that.
The Holy Grill. Yeah, but with like a fire, like a campfire style. You know.
Oh,
To
okay.
heat it up, like it wasn't charcoal and stuff.
I think I have one of
It
those
was pretty
grills
cool.
actually.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like my little backpacker meals that I take with me. Like I have a little backpacker stove.
With your EDC spoon,
Yeah.
spork?
Yep.
Yeah.
You just boil water and put it in there,
In a little bag and
zip it up, and then wait a little bit, and then
Shake it up
It's beef stew.
mash it together like this.
Yeah, exactly. So what about Eric's brothers? Do you feel like
Yeah.
how do you feel towards them? Like they're your little brothers or something, anything like
yeah,
that?
they're little brothers basically.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're both much younger than us. So it's just like it's the same. I mean, they're
Yeah.
great.
I know Natalie.
Great people.
Natalie thinks of Tony as like a little brother.
yeah.
But
That's
I don't really think of her siblings as like my siblings though.
well. I think there might be something to the siblings being more like them. So like Tony is exactly like you.
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's why, and there's like the brotherly bond and love.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Natalie's relationship with her brother and sister are, but maybe something like that's not really there.
That could be. I like. It's not
Because
that
y'all are an extension of each other by this
me and
point.
Tony. Yeah. We definitely have like a real strong bond. You know, and
Yeah.
we're very similar in a lot of ways. And I guess like we also Natalie lived with us at my mom's house for like a year. Like me and Natalie were like paying my mom rent too, but like the first year that we lived together, we stayed with my mom, and so
Yeah.
so she like lived with Tony for like a year, you know. And
That's a whole nother thing then. Yeah.
yeah. And then also too like so she is close with her siblings, but I guess she always had to like babysit them and stuff like that. So she was kind of like, I guess she felt like almost like more like their mom than like their sister. You know what I mean? Because she was always like picking up after them and cleaning and cooking for them and like all that stuff.
And come to think about it, they're much younger than you guys are.
Yeah,
Like, because if they're still in their teens, they're
her sister is Tony's age. So
okay.
So
but her brother is
like the same.
15.
Yeah, her brother's a lot younger.
That's pretty. Because Isaac just turned 13.
I think he's like 10 or 11 years younger.
Isaac just turned 13.
Yeah.
Think about that. He was a baby when you met him.
I feel like he was 10 for like 3 years.
He's 10. His actual age is 10, but his mind is like 27.
I
When he
know,
roasts us.
right? His skills on Twitch.
He's so crazy.
Does he stream?
He will be soon. He got a PC, gaming PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's gonna start beating y'all fools' asses.
Yeah,
He's crazy good.
He used to push my poo in at what was it? I think Destiny. And he
Destiny 1. And
he
he'd,
would-
he'd make fun of you the whole time.
Yeah, he would rip on me.
He'd be like,
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
And I would want to yell at him like an adult, but I couldn't.
yeah, because he's 10.
Yeah.
Or he was. Wait. Dude, he must have been 9. 9 or 10.
I think he was 10 at that time.
Think so?
Yeah. I wanted to be like, hey, listen here, you fucking piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just like roast him, you know? And I had to be like, shut up.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, you suck. And I'd be like,
He'd be like, shut up.
yeah, I'd be like, okay.
What did you say? You said you were like, Isaac, I remember you said something like, Isaac, you're too little to even get a job or even be able to go out and buy stuff. And he goes, at least I can get a kill.
Yeah, yeah. It was something like that. Because he was talking about like all the stuff he had or something. And I was like, well, you didn't even buy that. I was like, your dad bought that. I was like, or Justin bought it for you. I was like, it's not even yours. It doesn't even count if you didn't buy it for yourself. And then I was like, you can't even get a job and pay for things. And he's like, I can get a kill though. And I was like, fuck you. I didn't say that, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
I was just like,
he's quicker than I ever was at that age.
and you know what he told me one time too?
Huh?
He was like, I was like, oh, I'm so hungry. And he was like, Dad. And he's like, give me, I think Chick-fil-A or something. And then I was like we were playing for a while, and he comes back. He's like, this Chick-fil-A is so good. I was like, you stupid child.
This is grade A trolling right
I
there.
don't think
from a 10-year-old.
I've never hated a 10-year-old that much in my life.
Yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe that's why Eric gets along with him so well too, because he's a little me, but better in every way.
A giant troll.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also the same thing. Like she kind of. I mean, she was at my place every day for like 4 or 5 years straight.
Yeah.
You know, and I go over her house too. But like, we got to mingle with each other's families, and they became family to each other. You know,
the other family.
yeah, the other family. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's where it came from.
Look at that.
I guess that's all I had. I just wanted to talk about that, you know, because I was thinking about it while I was sitting around a campfire looking at the stars, and I was just like, it's kind of a weird thing that people don't really talk about.
Yeah,
it's just kind of there, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean,
it's
usually
like you get married and then you have in-laws, but everybody's, I guess, just like everybody's families are different.
Yeah.
Everybody's experience with their in-laws are different. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think the biggest running joke is that the in-laws are the devil. So
Oh yeah.
Aaron Schneider, who was on big episode 8, I think, Ask Jedi, him and his wife had like this thing going where they talk shit about each other's parents.
Dang.
And there was one time where his wife was like, oh, he asked his wife, he's like, wait, when are your parents coming to stay with us? And she's like, oh, Friday, remember? Or something like that. And he's like, oh, I don't know where we're going to find a kennel that big.
Oh my god.
Just like,
That was a good one. He had it ready too.
He only asked to say that. I'm sure he knew exactly when she was coming.
He
but,
baited her up.
yeah. But that's the I don't know, I guess like the universal indicator of in-laws. They're supposed to be the devil, but it's a blessing when they're not.
Yeah, I've heard that archetype a lot of like, oh, my mother-in-law's coming. Mother-in-law.
But they sound like this when they walk through the door. It's me. I'm the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm lucky I don't have any kind of situation like that. Like, you know, Natalie's mom's cool and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I was talking about it too to her uncles. I was like, I don't feel like a motherly bond with her, like towards me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like she's my mom. Like, well, I think the way it came up was because awkwardly they said something about like me being related to her or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I think her brother was like, that's your mom or something like that, trying to make a joke. And I was like, well, you know how I always misspeak. So I was like, oh, that's weird. She's my like stepmom. And then I was like, I mean, whatever, mother-in-law, you know. But even that's weird to say, you know. And I think she kind of like cringed a little bit too when I said that. Like, she's my mother-in-law. She was kind of like, oh.
Ugh.
And I was like, oh, you know, it's awkward. And then her uncles like made it more awkward too, but then that's how we were kind of talking about
Why don't you go ask your mother-in-law? Like, just like mess with her.
Kind of, yeah. I was like, it's kind of, it's like, you know, like I like her. She's a nice lady, but I don't feel like that that type of bond with her, you know?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're saying.
I wonder if Natalie does to my mom.
I'm sure she does. She lived there.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have to talk about that.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Mm-hmm.
All right, my man. Then one of our panels just fell over. You see it? I saw it flop over.
Would you use double stick tape or something?
Mm-hmm. I use indoor extra strength double-sided tape.
Well, I think you need extra strength.
Yeah, I think I chose the wrong one.
Maybe double strength, or maybe liquid nails.
Double extra liquid strength is what I should have chosen.
That sounds like NyQuil.
So I'm talking about Fixer Upper. You got it. It's the show on HGTV, and so this is another one of those instances where Eric gets super into something, and
You couldn't give a shit about it?
yeah, and then I was like, "House looks pretty nice," and then the next episode, that's a shitty house. Wait a minute, they fixed this house up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks amazing!
Yeah.
And I'm sucked right into it. Love it. I love it. I love the shit.
Is it the one where it's the husband and then the wife is always like ripping on him and stuff?
No, I don't think
Is
so.
that, well, it's a husband and a wife, right?
Husband and wife, yeah. Chip and Joanna Gaines. Chip and Joe.
Okay.
That's what they're known as. And they're based here. Well, not here, but they're in Waco. So the whole show is based in Waco. And what they do is they take buyers to go look at like 3 different houses. And they're all shit. They're all fixer-uppers. Huh?
Oh.
Yeah. And they pick the house. So like they'll buy a house for like 90 grand or something. Just like shitty, old, ugly.
Crack house?
Basically, yeah. Crack house, completely abandoned, trash everywhere. Paint chipping off the wall, stuff like that. And then the buyer will tell them like, this is our budget. Their budget's, 200 grand. But they buy the house for 190. So they have $110,000 to work with for renovations. So they'll go through and they will make each one of these houses look amazing, completely amazing. Like they will redo everything. There was one, what's it called? I forget the look, but Eric says I love this look. It's like a mid-contemporary look or something, which I don't know what it means. I don't know. They look futuristic to me. So like box houses, kind of, you know what I mean? Just like a cool looking. So
modern.
Yeah, modern. So it was a house made in the 60s, I think. It was like during the acid revolution. So the house was just weird, just all around weird. Like a huge, like it was like a boxy shape. Huge. There's a boxy shape, and you go inside, and the living room is just like massive, but all the rooms are super small, and like the kitchen's kind of weird. So what they did, they bought that one for like dirt cheap. They had a pretty decent budget to get it fixed up, and like one of the things they did, because the outside of it was basically falling apart, like the brick was falling off and stuff. So they put these like wood panels, like horizontal, all over it, like brand new stained, like dark wood panels, and it, and then they repainted everything. They fixed everything up on the outside, so it looks like a house built in 2039 or something. You know what I mean?
2039,
like a super fancy futuristic
wood panels.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm pretty sure in 2039 they'll be making houses out of adamantium.
What do you think? Looks like 2039, right? Told you. I don't know about that one. So yeah, they fixed that one up, and it looked amazing. They completely redid the inside. They did all they redid all the rooms too. They basically go through and redo every aspect of it, especially the stuff that they don't like, because they have really good taste. So they'll pick stuff out, and they're like, I know that the buyer won't like this, so we're gonna get rid of this and do this and this and this.
Yeah, like shiplap.
Yeah, shiplap. That's one thing, which I didn't know what that was. I still don't really know what it is. It's like wood or something, right? It's like wood paneling.
It's a specific design of like wood walls.
A disposition design.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I can't spec.
I like that. So yeah, these houses are so dirt cheap, and they are worked on so well that they're instantly worth like a shit ton more. So, like I mentioned, one of them was purchased for like $90,000, fixed up for like $110,000. So altogether, it was like $200,000 that was put into the house. Well, basically immediately after, the house is worth like $230,000.
Yeah.
So even though they paid $200,000 total for everything, it's already worth $30,000 more than what they had put into it. But they bought it at $90,000, so it was worth $90,000. Now it's worth easily $230,000. So like that's a huge increase.
Yeah.
It's almost $100,000. Well, over $100,000. $150,000 is what that is, I think, something like that. $140,000.
Yeah.
So that's a huge jump. But what happened was the show got so popular. You know about the show, right? Kind of.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah, it got so popular that they some people started selling their houses for for insane profits. So there was
because they're like, oh, I saw this house on TV, so
that's exactly
I'll
what it
pay
is.
$1 million for it.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. And it's in Waco too. Waco's not a nice place. If you've ever been to Waco, Texas, it's not a nice place.
My grandpappies used to live there.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
Why you live there?
Why, grandpappy?
Yeah, it's not a nice place at all. So here's one that I'm looking at. And I'll put it up right there. But this one was same thing. Bought super cheap. It was worth a lot more than what it was bought for. But as of right now, it's worth $375,000. This house is smaller than ours, but it was just on TV, so that's why it's worth so much. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It was designed for a pair of active baby boomers. Oh, I remember this one. The bike riders.
What does that even mean? Okay.
Yeah. With a $100,000 budget, but it's currently in use as an extremely successful vacation rental. So they bought the house, got it fixed up, and they rent it out just because of how freaking gorgeous it is. But yeah, and now they're selling it for $375,000.
Yay.
Dude. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It was built in 1910.
I kind of like watching that show kind of a little bit because of it's kind of what I want to do, sort of.
Renovate?
Not really flip houses, but yeah, like buy like super rundown crack houses, fix them up, and then just rent them out.
You make a killing.
Yeah.
You know?
I just need startup costs. So let's get on that Patreon.
Get at him. Oh, I mean, yeah. Get at him.
Get at me.
Yeah.
And you can invest here. I'm just kidding.
Here's the link.
That's not set up yet.
Invest.me.
Yeah, I should make a Patreon just for myself.
Yeah, dude.
For people to just throw money at me. Because they'll do that, right?
Yeah, that's how Patreon works. They just give you money for shit.
What's that other site?
GoFundMe.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
There's another one. It's what did we use for Pseudo to fund our Time Slips Away album? It wasn't GoFundMe. It was another one.
I don't remember, but I remember I gave
Kickstarter.
Ow.
That's scary.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry.
That was loud.
I'm so sorry. It was Kickstarter. Did I pee? No, not even close.
Did you pee?
You got them bitch ears.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
No, the compression probably took care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, probably.
But not in my ears. There ain't no compression in his headphones, dog.
Fix them, bitch.
Oh, yeah, but didn't they get a divorce or something?
No, they're pregnant again, so they canceled the show.
Oh, they got 9 kids, don't they?
Something like that.
How many?
2 or 3, maybe. I don't know.
How you gonna not know?
I don't care about their
How
family
you
life.
gonna not know?
I don't care about them.
That's the most important part of the show.
It kind of is. Eric's loves them. She wants to go down there. She wants us to go to Waco to go to their store. I forget what it's called, but to go to their store, the Fixer Upper store, I think, and like get some merch and stuff because she loves them. I mean, they're entertaining hosts, but I'm not the one to get into people's personal. I don't care about that. I just like the show.
But I do know that is a factor of the success of the show because I've seen copycat shows where the couple was just complete, like just dog shit.
Not as
they weren't as
intriguing.
Their back and forth wasn't like as good.
Yeah.
They just weren't as like charming.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And also probably too because I kind of knew that it was a ripoff. So that kind of
you went into it.
Made me already a little biased. I was kind of like, meh.
It's not Chip and Joe. What am I watching here?
But the dark secret of all those shows, right?
They're staged.
Yeah. So the guy pulls the hammer back right to fix something, and they cut, and the Mexicans come in, and then they do all the work, and then they come back, and he's like, "All right, just finishing up the touches."
The show doesn't play though.
Doesn't
they have
play
Mexicans all in those houses.
Yeah.
All in those houses, laying the concrete, ripping down the drywall, putting the panels up. One of them, his name is Shorty.
Yeah, but the guy tries to act like he's telling him what to do, right? He's like, all right. He walks in and he's like, all right, Jorge, make sure that the foundation over here comes out good and stuff.
Hey, amigo, put that shiplap down.
And he's like, yeah, Mr. Yef.
Actually, Shorty tells Chip what to do sometimes.
Damn.
I don't know. It seems pretty real to me. And again, I guess I'm not taken out of the experience with this show. You know, because like
Yeah.
some of those other reality shows is like, oh, shut the hell up already, stop talking. But then,
Yeah, that's how another one of the ones that I was talking
Yeah.
about, where it was like a copycat one.
yeah,
And the guy came with his like tape measure, and he was acting like he was like measuring things, and I was like, that's the most basic, like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like
so dumb.
you're trying to act carpentry by measuring some shit.
yeah,
Anybody could measure some shit.
bitch, you ain't Jesus.
I know, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're entertaining. They, I guess they do like kind of rip on each other, but it's like a home kind of vibe. You know, like accessible. Acceptable for like ABC Family kind of stuff. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, Chip, you know, it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and he's like Dale.
Yeah. So I mean, they're cool. Eric's loves them to death. People at my job love them. They immediately know who they are because one person came up to me and they're like, "Hey, how's your new house?" I'm like, "Oh, it's pretty cool." And they're like, "What style is it?" And I remember
Oh my
Eric's.
God.
I remember
What
Eric's told
style
me.
is
Yeah,
it?
Eric's told me it's
Colonial,
no, it's farmhouse style.
Greek.
So I said that. I said, my wife says it's farmhouse style. And they go, oh, like Chip and Joe? And I was like, you know them too? Apparently, this show is much bigger than I'd ever imagined. But
All right.
yeah,
I believe it.
it's a huge show, or it
Yeah.
was a huge show. But dude, they started an empire because of the show. Like they've got their merch in Target and stuff. Like they're doing just fine without the show.
I
as
don't know
far as
why,
I know.
but I just have a gut reaction to just not like that. Like the Duck Dynasty people and like all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, I mean it's weird, I guess.
I just don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what I have against it, you know? Cause like I'll sit down and watch some of it, you know, and
Yeah.
I'll be entertained, you know.
Yeah.
But I just have like this bad taste in my mouth for
This to me is kind of like the Food Network. Like I could put it on, and there goes our paneling. I could put it on and just watch it for hours,
yeah,
you know, and not
yeah.
be.
But I feel like even though you're entertained, it's like I don't know.
It's
just-
very mild.
It's like not good entertainment.
It's
you know what I mean?
mild for sure. Yeah,
I don't know.
this
I
might
don't
be
know what I'm trying to say.
the softest thing that I watch, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's kind of refreshing, I guess. Instead of watching, you know, cats getting mowed down in Westworld, or like
Spoiler
or
alert.
dragons eating asses in Game of Thrones.
Why they eating the masses?
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
That's sick.
At this nasty ass bitch.
That's what I say about the ass-eating
His
dragons.
name- Wait, what does Jakaris mean again?
I don't like
Shoot
blow
him?
the fire. Yeah, kill his ass.
Jakaris.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I mean, it's kind
Bitch,
of
you don't know dragon.
it's kind of refreshing to see this, and it's cool too because like during the house hunting process, there was so much shit that I had never noticed or cared about before that I immediately started noticing while doing it. And I noticed like all over the house too, like, oh, this is that, and this is look at this style, and this. And I pay attention to shit. But now I get to watch these old ugly ass shacks basically
Yeah.
be turned into like gorgeous homes, and for dirt cheap basically.
Dude, you should watch it with my dad because actually it's kind of annoying because like he's so knowledgeable about
Yeah.
construction and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He'll like call it like the whole show, like at the beginning while they're like looking at the house, and he'll be like, "Oh, that probably has like mold in the whatever." I'm like, "How can you tell?" And he's like, "Well, that old style of drywall is blah blah," and then you know,
can you shut up for 2 seconds,
he's
please?
like, yeah, no, but he like knows about all of this stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like he'll call sometimes whenever there's like what is it, foundation issues,
Yeah,
just from like, you know, because they kind of look
Really?
at they do the outside and then they'll kind of show like a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll be like, they shouldn't buy it, it probably has foundation issues, and then like halfway through the show they'll be like, dang, they'll get a call and it's like, oh, we got bad news, we're gonna have to redo the foundation, it's
That's
gonna
how
be
Chip
another
sounds.
$20,000.
well, looks like we actually got some foundation issues. That's how they sound.
I think it's gonna be $30,000 to redo the foundation, and, you know. And my
Yeah.
dad's like,
Dude, they were
he doesn't even say I told you so. He's just like,
just that the soul and just yep.
yeah,
Yep. There are like some like rich asses on the show too. Like,
rich ass.
have you seen that meme where it's like people on HGTV be like, and there's this girl and this like young white couple, and the girl's like, I'm a What'd she say? I fold napkins for a living and my husband sharpens crayons. Our budget for a house is $3 million. That's basically what these people are like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like from what they talk about themselves, doesn't sound like they make the most money in the world, but they're like, yeah, we got $200,000 in cash to make this house look good.
In cash.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was one guy. I think it was this house that I was talking about. He wanted them to add a garage because it just had like the awning over the side of it, and they said that. And Chip was like, per the new city ordinance or whatever, your house could only be, it would have to be a minimum of 10 feet from the property line. And their house was 8 feet. So they're already breaking the rules, but that was built before.
It was grandfathered in.
Basically, yeah. And so they said there's no possible way to build that without you having to buy the lot next door. So it was a giant lot for sale.
Yeah, he's like, all right.
Yeah, basically. It was like, I think it was like, it was $30,000 for the lot. And they called and they were like, well, you can either do without the garage, or we can make the awning look good, or you can buy the lot next door. And he's like, how much is the lot? And they're like, $30,000. And he's like, let me see what I can do. And the very next scene, they were like, so he found the money. He was able to come up with the money. So he's buying the lot so we can go through it and we can make the garage. And I was like, all that for you just came up with $30,000 just to put that garage there. You own God, that must be like 2 acres of land already.
Yeah, but a lot of people bitch that they don't have a big enough yard.
It's a massive yard.
Now he can
he's got plenty of yard now.
He can fill his dreams that hole if he wants.
It's basically a football field. It's huge. But he was like, well, let me see what I can do. Two seconds later, it looks like he found the money. He's buying the lot. $30,000.
Yeah.
These throatworm, they make so much money. These just random people make so much money on the show. And imagine how much it costs just to get Chip and Joe to do the house for you. Like your budget isn't just to renovate the house. Like a decent chunk of that is going straight to them. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna get their beak wet.
Oh yeah, they're getting those beaks wet for sure. Yeah. And yeah, like it's just shit like that. And there was another guy who was like, I'm a huge fan of old bikes. So they bought him like a bike from like the 1800s or something, all rusted, and they hung it up. I was like, how much money that shit cost? Because it came in like this big wooden crate too. It's like, how much that packaging cost?
You know, the shipping.
You guys are just shitting money out everywhere, left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure some of the show's budget goes to it too, you know?
Oh, sure. It's a nice little gesture for the guy that he paid for, I guarantee you.
Probably.
Of his budget.
Probably, right.
Part of the budget.
Dude, this is kind of a tangent, but do you think it'd be more expensive to build a house that was the size of 2 houses, or to buy 2 houses next to each other, break down the fence and connect them into a giant double house?
It's more expensive to do that.
You don't know?
It's cheaper to build a house.
You didn't Google it?
I know that for sure. It's cheaper to build a house.
Yeah, but to build a ballin' ass mansion though.
It's inherently cheaper to build what would be considered 2 houses put together than to buy 2 already made houses and put them together.
I don't know.
Telling you.
You haven't done the research. You're just guessing.
Actually, yeah, it says whatever I say is right. That's what it said.
It actually says that you don't know how to use the word objectively.
It would be way cheaper to build them because you can buy like I think in Mansfield they sell like acre lots that you can buy, acre or 2 acre lots, and you can build a house on there. You can build a decent sized house for like $40,000 or something.
The size of 2 houses,
$80,000. Just double it. Because it's 2 of them.
I don't think so.
Just double it.
No, I think there's a like a point where the size of the house makes the, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like it's
just literally doubling it.
Yeah, I think
it is. I think
after a certain size, it's like exponentially more expensive.
I think you're wrong about the word exponential.
No.
Incrementally.
Nah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive.
No, I don't think so.
I would think, so say there's 2 houses.
I think it's time. I think it's, instead of double, I think it's triple, squared.
Think about it. One of these houses, let's say maybe $150,000.
Yeah.
The other house, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Let's just say another $150,000, just to be safe. $300,000 right there.
$300,000.
And then you got to knock down the fence, which is Well, if you get some Mexicans to do it,
Yeah,
like
I
your
could do it.
cousins
I
or
could do it
something,
myself.
then you can do it yourself. There you go, for free, as close to free as possible.
Yep.
Then you gotta then you have to combine them. Then
Yeah.
you gotta drywall it up,
That's easy.
and then you gotta put the plaster inside the thing, and then you
It's
gotta
like
paint
building.
it.
It's building a hallway.
Yeah. So how much? How
that's
much
easy.
do you think that would cost?
I don't
The
know.
plaster, the drywall.
I'm not an expert.
Then why are you saying shit?
Well, I'm just saying you're not an expert either.
Well, I know that.
But you're making a assessment.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm
assessing the
I'm
shit
just
out
telling
of
you.
the
You don't know.
It's gonna be. Actually, listeners, I want your dad to call in. I want your
Okay.
dad to call in and
gonna
settle
ask
this
him.
debate right here, right
I'm gonna
now.
ask him.
Next week.
I'm
when
not
he calls
picking
in.
a side. I'm just saying you don't know.
I'm saying I do know. I'm saying I guarantee you it's cheaper to build one.
But why would you guarantee something and you have no expertise of like
Well, I've done some research on,
buying
It's like- it's
buying
a-
two houses and combining them,
yeah, how'd you know? Exactly that.
or buying giant ass double size mansions?
We were thinking about building, like getting an acre or something, building
Yeah.
on it. And I was like surprised at how cheap it is to build a house.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
how cheap is it to build?
2 houses?
No,
Take one and then double it.
no no. I don't think it works that way.
But that'd be like the best house in the world. Because I'm not like a big fan of 2-story houses. It would be cool to have what would be considered 2 stories, but just on one floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what would you do with it? I feel like one house
Imagine the
would
electric
be,
bill.
One house would be the like activities area. Like one of the
It's
houses,
such a waste. Yeah.
one of the houses for living in,
Like,
the
yeah.
other house is for like enjoying
the gym.
time, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
gym, theater.
I would make the living room of one house like the master bedroom.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just like a massive.
and nobody's even allowed there, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. This is like this whole.
When people come over, they go to the other house.
It's like basically a third of the house is my master bedroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that'd be so sick. Let's do this. Let's cancel the podcast and let's go out and build houses. Let's build 2 houses and just shove them together.
So, dude, when I was a carpenter, I was thinking that when I grow up and be a real carpenter, I wanted to start a business where I do like crazy additions to homes. So like putting in like secret doors, like a bookshelf that's actually a door,
Mm-hmm.
or like
Oh, yeah.
secret passageways, or
Yeah.
or just crazy renovations that you don't really find.
Like the cool stuff you see in the mansions on movies.
Yeah.
You pull the book and
Yeah. And I did some research. There's actually like a company that does that already. And obviously it's crazy expensive, but I think for me to learn how to do that, because like the tolerances have to be so low, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like whenever you're building something, right? So say you're doing like crown molding or something, there's like maybe like a little less than probably like a 1/16 of an inch that you could be off when you do your cuts,
Mm-hmm.
because you can just what is it called? Put the white stuff in there,
The caulk.
caulk it. Yeah,
Yeah. Big caulk.
yeah, big caulk.
Are you okay? The way
Yeah.
you blinked, you're like,
No, my throat's doing weird stuff.
throat worm, dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got all those worms inside your throat because you slept on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Gross.
I know.
But oh yeah, well, I also went fishing and I put a worm on a hook for the first time. That's some barbaric ass shit.
Dude, did it wiggle around?
It was
like,
wiggling in my fingers.
Oh man,
And
as you were
I didn't like it at all. I was
as you were
like,
stabbing it through its
yeah.
abdomen.
yeah, I felt like a little bitch.
I bet.
Yeah,
I don't like killing stuff.
and her uncles were laughing at me, and because they're like, "Here, you can do it for Natalie," and I was like, "I don't know how to do this shit." I was like,
I mean,
trying
a
to,
kid doesn't know how to do it.
yeah. So like, I put the worm just like straight through. I put the hook straight through like the part of the worm like that,
Uh-huh.
and then it was like this wiggling, right? And then they're like, "That's not how you do that." I was like, "I don't know." And
This is my first time
So her
stabbing
uncle,
a
her
worm.
uncle like cut a piece of it and then put the worm on it like this, like around the hook.
What a barbarian!
I know, and it like through its body.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "That's how you do that?"
it's disgusting.
I know, right? But what was I saying?
Something about impaling worms
Oh
in the mouth.
no. Okay, so I found out that it's like a highly specialized. Like you basically have to be a engineer to build those kind of stuff because you're
Oh, I
tolerant.
believe it.
You have to have like really specialized stuff, like the hinges you use. Like those aren't just like any old hinges, you know.
Yeah,
And
and you can't just use like normal measuring devices for them too. Like you can't just pull out your protractor and figure out the crown molding.
Because it'll be off like too much. You know, you're like the margin for error is like infinitely small.
Yeah.
Like it's not infinitely, but it's like crazy, tiny. Like all your cuts have to be like 100% perfect, and you need like all these specialized equipment to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's gonna take a lifetime to be able to do. And so I gave up on that dream.
Too much time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't got time for that. Maybe someday. And I think in my own house, I'll probably try to do like I'll experiment and do my own stuff.
The closest thing I did was at my house in Irving. We turned the garage into 2 rooms, and one was mine, one was my uncle's. And when he moved out, I broke the wall down and made that whole thing it was gigantic, a huge room. But that was the closest thing I'd ever gotten to home renovation, was just let's beat the shit out of this wall, and then we got to clean it up and put it up and vacuum and stuff. But and it looked like shit too, because it literally looked like I tore, you know, like when you tear a page out of a notebook and it looks really bad. The frayed sides, the whole thing was frayed. All over,
like the paint too, and
everything. Yeah, the floor too, where because the carpets didn't connect because there was wall there.
Yeah,
so it was just a big old gaping,
a big old hole,
gaping gap right there.
Yeah,
that's the closest I've gotten to it, and I'm scared to death to do it here. I don't think I'll ever do anything like that myself here. Just 'cause.
I actually did some stuff like building rooms in places where there's no rooms and tearing down walls and stuff, like at my old job. Yeah, like man, my dad's like crazy. He's
just handy.
Yeah,
like super handy.
But he could just like, if you can imagine something,
he can do it.
Yeah, almost basically. But
y'all built the wheelchair ramp for your grandpa.
For my grandpa, at my aunt's house.
And the photo you showed me, it looked like a real one. You know.
Yeah.
And I know it's a real one, but it looked like a real one.
Yeah, well, because a long time what he did was he was the superintendent for a commercial construction company. So he was like the head boss overseeing building giant buildings like, like schools or like libraries. Or, these just huge buildings, you know. So he knows like everything, plumbing, like electrical, all kinds of stuff. Like he built a long time ago. He built the shed at our old house. It was basically like a house. Like it was like elevated and it had stairs going up and it had like a porch,
insulation and
insulation. It had like a roof, like a house roof on it.
With the shingles,
the whole nine. And I used to climb on top of it while we were playing airsoft. Like I'd be on the roof, like sniping my friends.
How'd you get up there? Shut up.
Yeah, no, but this is the most genius thing, and I was so proud of myself. So we would play like at night, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the corners had like a light that would turn on when it would get dark. It had a sensor, right? And so before they figured out that I was on the roof of the shed, I would get on there and I would sit on like right by where the light was. And since it was dark, they couldn't see like past the light.
Oh yeah.
So they would walk like 4 feet in front of me, like, but they'd be down some, and I would just pop, I'd just start shooting them. They're like, "Where is it coming from?" Because they couldn't see me. But like me on the other side of the light, I could see perfectly fine. I was like, they're so close to me.
Of course, it's a spotlight. Yeah.
They'll start running around. I'm just like, and I'm literally like in plain sight,
like puddles of blood following them. We did. Well, speaking of my cousin from earlier, if you listen to the audio
your Chinese
episodes, you hear all the stupid shit I did with my cousin. So we did that too. We were in the backyard, and Andy had this giant truck, like a flatbed, in the backyard, and so my cousin and his friend from that neighborhood, they came over, and he had 2 BB guns. He had 2 like pistol BB guns and a rifle. Oh, I'm sorry, he had 3 of them. So he had a rifle one too. So he gave me like the wonk ass black one, and then he had like the super nice silver one with like a nice grip and everything. Looked like a real gun.
That's how it always goes down whenever you're like,
of course,
yeah. My little brother used to run around and play with us too, and we gave him like the shittiest pistol.
Of course,
it wouldn't even shoot straight. Like it was so weak that you could like dodge them.
Yeah,
slap them out of the air,
catch it and just eat it. Like when your friends come over, you give them the Mad Catz controller, and you get get the good one. You know,
and then you're like, this one's better.
It's got the turbo button on the back. You gotta
it's aftermarket.
Yeah, so I had that one, and then his friend, his name was Chendal. He had
Chendal.
Chendal, yeah. He had like the pump rifle, and that thing, you pump that thing real hard, that thing will go through skin.
Yeah.
So Arthur is hiding in the house like a bitch, as my cousin, and he's got the windows open, so he's shooting outside the house. And then Tyndall is hiding behind our giant tree in the backyard, but he's got that pump, so he's sitting back there and he's pumping it up like as we're shooting at him. And I'm hiding behind the truck, and I'm always the kind of guy that will rush into stuff. So like I'll run up to him and pap him and like run off, and then and then the pellets are flying behind me and hit the dirt while I'm trying to jump and get out of the way.
Yeah, that was me too, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
So
I was that guy.
Tyndall tricked me, so I ran up to like to pap him, and he was ready. Like I ran up to him. As soon as I got behind the tree, I'm staring down the barrel of that rifle, and I'm like, he will shoot me in the face with this thing. So I turn around, run off. He barely misses me. I duck behind the truck. Arthur peeks out the window, tries to get him. Perfect shot. I see him, pop right in the nose.
Oh, dude.
Jump backwards. I could hear him crying from outside. So we ran in to see if he's okay, bitch.
Did he die?
Almost. Yeah, he almost died.
Yeah, there's a lot of capillaries in your nose.
I was like, if you die, can I have your Mad Catz controllers?
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's
He was like, yes, take them.
Take them, please. Honor my memory. Tell my story. But yeah, that's what your story kind of reminded me of. Has nothing to do with my interest, which is fine.
Well, this is us wrapping it up.
Yeah. But
I'm
just saying that
Is it? Are we wrapping up now?
I mean, I don't have much more to say about it, but again, I don't think there's anything wrong with having fluffier entertainment, which, and I mean, I'm a pretty extreme person when it comes to entertainment.
Yeah,
so.
sometimes you just got to put stuff on while you're doing other shit.
It's basically it. But the thing is about this one is it sucked me in.
Oh, yeah.
So, and after, or like I said, trying to get the house, I've been super interested in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, what's going to happen?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Like, how much are they going to make on this?
Are you ready
one?
to see your fixer-upper? And then they pull the thing apart, and then it shows the reactions. They're like, oh, and it cuts to commercial. And I was like, I can't wait to see what happens next. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't stream it.
I do. Yeah,
commercial?
But no,
like
they still have the breaks though. Yeah. Well, I use Ashley's Hulu, which is she pays the extreme one, so no commercials. Really? Yeah, but they still have the breaks. Like I'll see what happens next.
Oh yeah,
and it goes black, and then it comes back up. It's like, well, previously on that kind of shit. So
oh my God, a pet peeve of mine is like sometimes Hulu will. So they build in shows they build into the show places to have commercials. Right, like stuff like that, like when they're gonna do the reveal.
Oh yeah,
and so sometimes Hulu, like they'll go through that and it'll do the thing where it cuts off,
goes to
and
black,
it comes back, right, and then the show goes on for like another minute, and then it'll go to commercial, like in front of like.
Oh my God,
just
the break is there for you.
It's like
Hulu.
you completely missed it. You were off by a minute.
It's built in right there for you. All you gotta do is put your commercials right there.
Yeah,
bunch of shit asses.
And then it comes back like in the middle of the sentence.
You're like. What?
What the shit?
Thank God Ashley decides to pay. She pays the, I mean, I don't even know what the tier is, but it's like $12-13 a month for no commercials.
We have too many streaming services, so it kind of adds up. But we're still saving money because we don't pay for cable, so we just have streaming service.
Yeah, that's all you need sometimes.
Yeah. And because like we don't even really watch TV that much. I mean, I guess we do if you add it up, but
you watch on-demand stuff. You don't watch TV.
We watch what we want to watch.
That's how we are.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way that society's going, which is a good thing.
And because I got to binge watch stuff.
Yeah.
But I kind of remember like being like a little kid and just scrolling through channels. There's something lethargic about that. Just not really watching anything. You're just watching 5 minutes of everything.
Yeah.
The
worst was when you were home from school and everything that was on was like
complete dog shit. Yeah, dude. You're like
court shows.
You're so happy because you didn't have to go to school that day for whatever reason. Like maybe you skipped or something, and you're trying to entertain yourself, and then it's like, Judge Joe Brown,
and it's like, and then you realize you're cursed. Like you probably shouldn't have stayed home because it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, and then you're just like waiting for school to be over so that way your friends get home.
So Static Shock will come on, or so you can go hang out with your buddies.
Yeah, or for the good shows to come on. You're like, when's Toonami come on?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, after school. Awesome.
Well, probably should have gone to school then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah. So that's all I had to say about that. She got me sucked into it. It's a pretty damn good show. Eric says Eric has great taste, but sometimes stuff like this, I immediately kind of write off because I'm like, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah.
But then I actually sit my stupid ass down, open my dumb ass eyes, kind of focus my idiot brain on whatever it is she's watching, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, she's right every time. Why the hell? Why wouldn't she be right this time? Why am I so dumb about it? I don't know, man. I need you to help me with this.
Oh,
I need you to fix her up or my brain.
I'm probably not the guy.
You might be.
Maybe.
Oh, we're almost done with Super 2. We're like 3 episodes away.
What is that?
Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, yeah.
Super
Good,
Fixer
good,
Upper.
good. Ooh, you're gonna love the ending, dude.
We're almost there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so good.
So that's again, that's all I had to say about that. That's all we got for big ass episode 27 for you hoes.
Yeah. So tell us your thoughts on all that shit.
Yeah. I really want your dad to call in and let us know just kind of how that works, like logistically, which would be,
I'll see if he will. He probably won't, but
or just have him text you, or just ask him the question and just like write down his answer.
okay.
Just
Yeah,
to bring it in. Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's hilarious. I would love to see how that works out, because then
I'm pretty sure you're right, by the way. But you know what I'm saying?
I would love.
I just don't know. I don't fucking know.
But it's such a badass idea, and if you have if you have the money to do it, like why the hell? Why wouldn't you do something like that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because if you think about it, it's such a cool thing that if it wasn't just ridiculously expensive,
Yeah.
I feel like you would be seeing that everywhere.
Yeah, I wonder if
because it's kind of cool.
yeah, I wonder if maybe the biggest hang up is buying the land, like the lot, and then
Oh, you know what? Yeah, there might be like city ordinance stuff that
and then you have to
prevents it,
you
you
have to
know?
get it fitted with sewage lines and stuff. Like maybe that shit goes into it and makes it astronomically more expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure the
Gas line,
bureaucracy that is our government would stick their penis where it doesn't
stick
belong.
their dicks right inside of your hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Ow.
Ow, my hopes and dreams. Ow.
My hope and dream hole.
So we got a voicemail that came in a little
Yeah.
earlier today, and we're doing a new thing since we have the audio all fixed. Sounded so good
Yeah, so now you can listen to those voicemails and actually understand what they're saying.
without me putting my phone up to the mic like some sort of savage barbarian.
Like some sort of ugly peasant.
Hey, I like y'all drunk better than soberish, and I'm still waiting to be on an episode. It's Lil Soho,
Oh, okay.
the Mo host,
All right.
more than the other Soto.
Is he saying that he's?
That's my little brother.
Is he saying that he's more Soto than you are?
I think
He's
so.
the Soto with the mohos. That's what he
Colin.
said.
I think he was rapping.
Damn, he's got some bars.
Yeah, that's my little brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Soto, Anthony Soto. I'm the only one who calls him Tony. Everybody else calls him Anthony.
Which is we talked about him earlier. He
Yeah.
was one of our first callers.
Yeah.
Also about being drunk.
Yeah, actually, he's the only one. We said that, right? We asked if I think we asked people to tell us if
they like drunk us or sober us better.
yeah, or I think I said coffee or alcohol.
Yeah.
or I forgot what, but
All I know
so
is
there you have it. We have one vote for drunk us.
yeah. So if you like drunk us, of course we're still gonna sip this amazing Urban Alchemy coffee to get us pumped, to get us
Boom,
going.
boom, boom.
We're also gonna probably get super hammered
Uppers and downers.
to be way funnier.
Yeah,
I went back
way
and
more
listened-
loosey goosey.
I went back and listened to it, and it was a hilarious episode. And that's
Yeah.
after being drunk. That's sober me listening to drunk us.
Yeah. See, I have the opposite experience. Not with this, but just a lot of times.
Oh, sure.
Where I'm like, man, that one time I was drunk, I was awesome. I'll see a video and I'm like, oh my god,
Did I really throw Play-Doh at that guy?
Who let me out of the house? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You let me out of the house.
I don't know. I was an idiot that one time.
Yeah, but you put a mic in front of us, and
Yeah.
I think that's the funniest part about being drunk is the shit that spews out of your mouth, as opposed to the shit you do with your body. Because I've done some stupid shit physically when I'm drunk, but
Yeah, that's why the whole "hold my beer" Reddit came from.
that's exactly where it came from. But the kind of stuff I say, apparently, the kind of stuff we say is gold,
Gold, pure gold.
pure gold.
Yeah, so write us in, call us.
yeah, write us in a call us.
Let us know your steamy takes. Let us know stuff you want us to talk about. Maybe
sure.
Nobody has yet to do that.
They really
Except for a Logan fan. Oh yeah, by the way, Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hey, Hugh Jackman to you, sir.
There you go. So huge Jack fan. That's just for you, man, because you
Yep.
love Hugh Jackman. So we just made that episode a little bit better for everybody.
There you go.
So if you want to voice us a leave mail, you can do it right here at 682-422-9458. I want to figure out what that spells, because you know how like the actual companies like it spells something.
It's like Lajambi.
Lajambi, yeah. Call us at 682-LAJAMBI. Yeah, like I said, voice us a leave mail. Tell us what you think of me and Alex saying stuff.
Yeah. Woo. Oh, yeah. Go like and subscribe and rate and all those things that we always forget to say to do.
Oh, hey, we're on Google Play Music now.
Ooh,
So-
look at that. Look at that.
So now
Google Play Music.
We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn.
For you Android-ass users.
Android having asses. So yeah, there's no escape for you now.
Yeah.
We're gonna come find you. We're on your phone now.
Yep.
You might as well just let us in.
Spotify, here we come someday.
Oh my god, it pisses me off
In
so
like
much.
5 years.
Maybe even then, because like
You know who's on Spotify?
who?
Joe Rogan.
Well, he's
At least I think he is.
Podfather.
Yeah.
Maddox, Best Debate in the Universe, just got on there like a month ago.
Oh, really?
And that's a huge podcast. So I don't know what their parameters are for getting on there. If you have to be literally made of royalty, maybe that's what it, chunks of gold floating inside your shit.
Royalty sounds delicious.
It does.
Is it green tea?
Yeah. Actually, now I know what you're saying. Yeah, if you don't want us making fun of your voice, you can email us at idiotsyncraticpodcast@gmail.com. One cool thing that I noticed over the last week, we got some new listeners in new countries.
Oh, really?
Yes, we did.
You don't say.
I don't
Where they
say.
at? Where they at?
What are you at? Let me tell you what he is. We had, let me pull this up, and it's going to be right here. And here we go. We got some listeners from the UK.
Oh.
And the city, or I don't know if you call them cities or towns or villages, but it's Stockton-on-Tees.
What?
So Stockton-on-Tees, Tees. Never heard of that from the UK.
I feel like, that's a city?
I think so.
That sounds made up.
Stockton-on-Tees. That's probably how you're supposed to pronounce
On
it.
tees?
On tees. On blood, on tees.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And we got
Well, welcome, our Stockton on tees.
nice to have
listeners. Yeah.
we have one Canadian listener. That's the first time we played in Canada,
Oh, thanks, eh?
which is weird. You'd think we'd have more Canadian listeners.
Yeah, because they speak English.
Yeah, and we're
French.
We make fun of them a lot, so
Oh, yeah.
it worked with Japan. Japan's our second biggest country.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's all I had. Do you have anything to close this episode on, my man?
Yeah, so have a good week, everybody, and I'll see you next week.
Whoa! It's like, wait, did you forget to tell me something too?
Yeah, I'm going on hiatus.
Well,
Look at this nasty ass bitch.
it's my favorite one now.
I don't actually know what a hiatus means.
It's kind of like when it's like an Arabic food.
I'm not going there then.
You know, you get like crackers and hiatus, and you.
Oh